Anime fans and CGI go together like poor people and birth control. They don't. Back in the day, if you found out that an anime you were excited for was going to be in CGI, that meant that God was angry with us. Today, tons of shows have torn down our conception of CGI. Dorohedoro, Beastars, and even Chainsaw Man. Do you really care that some of this is CGI? It only makes sense that as computers got better at being made by children in dungeons, people got better at using them. Suddenly, we're making this robot stuff look good. However, even now, if there's mention of CGI being in a popular anime, your studio will have to deal with dipshit Twitter, where they act as if they're paying to watch the anime they're complaining about. The reputation of computer-generated anime didn't change overnight. There's so much stigma attached to the medium. I feel it's not until very recently that people started thinking this stuff can look good, and Land of the Lustrous released right before the masses could fathom that. You gotta check it out. If the music somehow fails to swallow you alive, then the world will. Each scene, each organism, each conversation, and every speck on screen is intoxicating in the most alien way. If you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. Most anime fade into the deepest corners of my mind. But when I think of quality, innovation, or imagination in storytelling, each of these words invites me back to the first time I read this story. This show has half the viewership of Beastars, and the characters are only slightly less f***able, so I fail to see any other reason why it didn't perform just as well, other than it was released before we were ready. As soon as you press start, you're like, damn, those sticks are sticking. You can hear the breeze cut through this dense mat of grass, that pitter-patter welcomes you into the field with our main character, Foss. This is where you find out that none of the characters are really people. They're women. Crystals, they're talking crystals who don't eat, age, poop, or die. You're hooked. It only takes a second to fall in love with this world. Immediately, questions fall into your mind. Why are there talking crystals? Where is everyone? Then there's a giant snail. That's a cloud dog. This is a talking ice cube. That's Earth? There are a gazillion of amazing worlds out there. In Harry Potter, there's a secret society of wizards. In Beastars, lions and cats are politicians instead of human pedophiles. Bleach, AOT, Full Metal, Skyrim, Avatar, Star Wars. These are worlds that were made by a magician, because the ability to create brand new universes with their own sets of rules, politics, and aesthetics has to be magic. Poof. Land of the Lustrous is one of those. They take advantage of having such a world by making the dumbest bitch on planet Earth the main character. Foss is the only sentient creature in the entire world without a job. Essentially, she's the average liberal. I don't know what liberals are, so quit being mad when I make that joke. Every other gem helps in their community, whether it be making clothes or studying the world. Foss is the only one without a talent after 300 years. All she has is a desire to change herself and an openness to explore, which is dopalicious in a world as interesting as this. Through the lens of her stupid-ass perspective, we go on awesome adventures and see all sorts of shit. However pure and fun this aspect of the show is, those things cast a shadow over the story. No one knows what they are, how they came to be, or why they've broken and stolen so many gems. We just know that any character at any moment can be yanked out of the show forever. Those thoughts surface again. Where are the humans, or buildings? This is supposed to take place on Earth, and when the gems break, they're packed up, put in body bags, and reassembled. You know something is gonna happen soon. It's creepy, man! I don't like it, man! There's a lot of symbolism, and there's a ton of world building, so it's up to you to keep your ear to the ground and pick up every piece of dialogue. You don't have to, but you should. I say this because if nothing else, the anime community is exceptional at making things you love look retarded. When I watch a show that actually took thought to write, often I'll look at Reddit analysis threads. These threads can enrich your love for the show. You dismiss a lot more nuance than you think, and it's great to have a group of people passionate about the same thing as you to catch those little details. Now in Land of the Lustrous, there's an episode where someone loses a foot. Everyone breaks in the show, that much isn't a spoiler. Regardless, I went on the Reddit to check it out with my colleagues, and immediately First, it was my limb loss fetish. Now the show has something for my stretch body fetish, slime girl fetish too. Then there was just dropping a foot in the bowl. This show is just filled to the brim with interesting things. 88 upvotes. That's 88 purchases of Turtle Beach headphones. I want to dispel any notion that this is our spokesman. The show has a lot to offer, and if you want to get the most out of it, look toward the manga community. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. boom! It's so fucking huge. The crazy thing about these characters is how they'll lie through their teeth. They'll do things for reasons they don't even know. Everyone is significantly broken in some way. Ichikawa wanted to figure out what makes us human. This manga is her way of exploring that question, and I think she comes pretty damn close to an answer. Voss sacrifices chunks of herself in the pursuit of change. This one is a gem that, man, we're not even ready for him. This one is insecure of that one. I'm not even scratching the surface. The manga makes it easier to catch these associations, but for entertainment purposes, you cannot go wrong with the anime. Generally, when you see a CGI anime, you think, oh, they're spending zero money. Then you see people online say, actually, CGI costs more money. Then you look at it and think, no, they're doing this to save money somehow. I've seen studio after studio use this stuff, and it almost always comes out looking like crap. Land of the Lustrous is one of the privileged few that I believed used CGI because it made a better show. I looked through my notes for an example and saw I had written, "The detail on this grass is so fucked up." I clicked on it. This detail is fucked up. Light shoots through everyone's hair and leaves little rays shimmering on their shoulders. The characters carve through the wind to fight the most unnerving spiritual deities. These details are wonderful, but the camera. There's nothing wrong with 2D animation, but you'll notice a lot of them are like, angle, okay, angle, angle, and pan to the left. Initially, the director wrote the scenes like that too, but before he knew it, the crew at Studio Orange started spinning it around town, throwing it through scenes, and having the characters launch through the air. It's not something you notice until you watch a show like this, and suddenly the characters have presence. You can feel this person is here and that one is over there. I began to form a mental map of every area in the show. Music obviously ties everything together though. You've been listening to it the whole time. I feel a lot when I listen to this stuff. I've even used the soundtrack to help me write scripts throughout my entire time on YouTube. Something about how it's composed inspires me every time. Houseki no Kuni is beautiful. I like it a lot. I like the characters and the art and the music. I love when it makes me sad and how it brings me right back to being amazed. It's one of the first anime I ever reviewed for a reason. Like right after that hentai video. Subscribe. I do stuff like this all the time. Wait, you're not looking at that stuff I just mentioned without protection, right? It's an ad. I have used the internet for thousands of hours, and yet I still don't know what the fuck it is. Which is why I trust my internet safety in the hands of people who get paid to. And listen, you can do some safe-ass browsing with NordVPN. Block malicious websites, scan downloaded files, avoid intrusive ads. You watch anime, you know damned well you need this with the sites you go to. And perhaps religion. Think about it. But that's just the stuff Nord added with their new threat protection feature. It's awesome for protecting your computer and the files on it, but Nord's bread and butter is obviously the VPN. A VPN can basically hide the specifics of your internet usage from anyone else trying to take a peek. This includes internet service providers, schools, employers, parents, or just assholes. In fact, the guy I'm paying to edit this ad was DDoSed by a group of evil 16-year-olds on Skype. He was only 13, so you gotta be patient. His child brain didn't know a VPN could have prevented this whole debacle. Protect your computer, hide your net traffic, watch shows that aren't available in your country, the list goes on. If you're interested, Nord's given me my own special link that'll get you 4 months free with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You don't like it, you get your coins back. Thanks for watching. See ya.